In 2009, Real Madrid paid a then world record fee for Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portuguese forward had lit up the Premier League but was set to fulfill his dreams and play for Los Blancos. So let's look at Ronaldo's final game for the Red Devils and where his teammates are now. Having won the Premier League with a game to spare, Manchester United's final game of the season was the 2009 Champions League final against Barcelona. Having beat Chelsea in the final the year before, United had the opportunity to win back-to-back European crowns, but Samuel Eto'o and Lionel Messi ended those dreams with Barca winning 2-0 in Rome. Let's look at how Man U lined up. In goal that night was Edwin van der Sar. The Dutch goalkeeper won all there is to win in club football during his illustrious career and retired in 2011 after winning his 4th Premier League title. Van der Sar has been seen appearing in charity games such as Soccer Aid, where he has represented the rest of the world alongside greats of the game such as Clarence Seedorf, Alessandro Del Piero and Patrick Kielty. In 2016, Van der Sar briefly came out of retirement, playing for VV Noordwijk, saving a penalty in a 1-1 draw. At right back was John O'Shea. The Irishman was shipped off to Sunderland in 2011, where he has been dodging relegation ever since. After multiple great escapes, O'Shea and Sunderland have been relegated to the Championship this season. With the defender's contract set to expire, it remains to be seen whether or not O'Shea will remain on Wearside and help the Black Cats get out of the mess they're in. At centre-back was NEMANJA VIDIC. One of the greatest centre-backs in Premier League history, except when he was playing against Fernando Torres, the Serbian would be named Man U captain in 2010. Vidic would join Inter Milan once his contract expired in 2014, spending less than 18 months in Serie A before retiring. He was alongside Rio Ferdinand. The partnership of Ferdinand and Vidic was colossal, but it couldn't keep out Barcelona on this occasion. The England international would leave United in 2014 and spend a rather forgetful year at QPR, with the R's being relegated to the Championship. Since retirement, Ferdinand has been working as a pundit with BT Sport. At left back was PATRICE EVRA. After a dicey debut in 2006, EVRA would go on to be a consistent figure at Old Trafford until 2014, when he moved to Juventus, where he continued to shine despite his age. In January 2017, EVRA would return to France and sign for Marseille, despite being linked with a move back to Manchester United. Unless you watch French football, you're more likely to see EVRA on Instagram, where he regularly posts videos of himself singing. Interesting fact, PATRICE EVRA is allergic to eggs. In the middle we have Anderson. Just think about this. Anderson played centre midfield in the Champions League final against Barcelona, while Paul Scholes was sitting on the bench. Despite not really living up to the hype, Anderson has the medals to show he was a success in Manchester, but would leave in 2015, signing for Brazilian side Internacional and is now on loan at Curitiba. Next up it's Michael Carrick. The Geordie midfielder is one of 2 United players who are still at Old Trafford after starting in the 2009 Champions League final. Arguably underappreciated by the masses, Carrick is set to have his testimonial this summer, having joined the club back in 2006. Captaining the side was Ryan Giggs. The Welshman looked like he was going to be at United forever. After coming through the club's youth system, winning everything there is to win, captaining the side, becoming a player coach during David Moyes' tenure, temporarily taking charge of the first team following the Scots sacking, and then becoming assistant manager to Louis van Gaal, Giggsy would finally leave Old Trafford last summer before Jose Mourinho's arrival. The hairy-chested midfielder is now looking for his first job in management, whilst also working as a pundit. Park Jae-sung was part of United's front 3. Park Jae-sung was always the man for the big occasion. Like Ferdinand, Park would join Queen's Park Rangers and see his career go to mush, eventually heading on loan to PSV, whom Man United signed the South Korean from, before retiring in 2014. Since his playing career ended, Park Jae-sung has gone back to school, studying an MA in Management, Law and Humanities of Sport at De Montfort University, as well as playing for the uni team. Next it's the current Man U captain Wayne Rooney. The forward has been a scapegoat for so many years at Old Trafford, but became the club's record goalscorer this season. Chances have been limited under Jose Mourinho, and it seems unlikely that he'll be a Man United player next season, despite Rooney admitting he'd like to continue his career with the Red Devils. And finally, Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portuguese forward's sublime Man United career would come to an end after the 2009 Champions League final. Ronaldo ended his time in England with 3 Premier Leagues, a Champions League, an FA Cup, 2 League Cups, a Club World Cup, more than 100 goals and multiple individual honours. In the summer of 2009, Real Madrid paid a then world record £80 million for Ronaldo, and the rest is history. CR7 has won 4 Ballon d'Ors, scored more than 500 goals, battled with Lionel Messi for the honour of being the greatest player ever, had an airport named after him, had an awful statue built of him, been attacked by a moth, and lifted the European Championship with Portugal. So that's where the Manchester United team from Cristiano Ronaldo's final game are now. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.